Today, we're diving into a topic that affects literally everyone in the country. The biggest problems facing the US in 2025. Yeah, I know, sounds a little depressing, but don't worry. We'll make it fun and even offer some solutions to these problems. So, whether you're watching this from your overpriced apartment, stuck in traffic on a crumbling highway, or just procrastinating on something important, let's break down what's really going on in America right now. And hey, if you're new to our investing channel, feel free to hit the subscribe button with the bell on for a better future. So grab a snack and let's begin. Number 1. Infrastructure falling apart faster than my GPA. Ever driven on a road so bumpy, you started wondering if your car had suddenly turned into an off-road rally vehicle? If you've ever hit a pothole so deep you saw your childhood flash before your eyes, you're not alone. The US infrastructure is crumbling, literally. A shocking 36% of US bridges need repairs, and nearly 1 in 5 highways is in poor condition. Impact? Bad roads and weak infrastructure slow down the economy, make commuting a nightmare, and even put lives at risk. Solution: report problems, use public transit or bike more, support local infrastructure bonds, and take care of your community. Oh, and if this video helps you understand our economy better than your high school economics class, smash that like button. Because let's be real, you probably forgot everything you learned about supply and demand. 2. National security. The new Cold War? The US and China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea aren't exactly besties. These countries are teaming up in ways that could affect trade, cybersecurity, and even military strategy. Impact: trade wars, cyber attacks, and a never-ending stream of spy movies that suddenly feel way too real. Solution: we must stay informed, be mindful of misinformation that will divide us against other countries, support domestic manufacturing, and engage in diplomacy locally. 3. Cybersecurity. Hackers are winning. Cyber attacks are getting worse every year. In March 2025, the US was hit with the biggest cyber attack of the decade. Impact: data leaks, stolen identities, and your grandma's Facebook getting hacked again. Solution: we need to have better cybersecurity laws, more tech investment, verifying email addresses and links before clicking on them, and creating stronger passwords than 1234. 4. Crime. Is it getting worse? Crime in America is like a roller coaster. Sometimes it drops, other times it skyrockets. As of early 2025, the United States continues to have one of the highest incarceration rates globally. Approximately 1.8 million individuals are incarcerated in various correctional facilities across the country. With a national population of about 340 million, this equates to roughly 0.53% of the population, or 531 prisoners per 100,000 residents. This figure underscores the ongoing challenges within the US criminal justice system, highlighting the need for continued reform efforts to address mass incarceration. Fact: major cities have seen an increase in property crimes and violent crimes since 2023. What's going on? Retail theft is at an all-time high, so much so that stores are locking up everything, even toothpaste. Carjackings and break-ins are increasing, especially in big cities. Police staffing shortages mean slower response times. Impact: businesses are closing early or leaving cities altogether. People feel less safe walking outside. Solution: build a strong family dynamic, help create job opportunities, try your best to get involved with the school system, support religious organizations, and give faith. Stop adopting a victim mindset and fight your circumstances because everyone has a chance here. 5. Inflation. Your wallet's worst enemy. Remember when gas used to be cheap and you could go grocery shopping without needing a small loan? Yeah, those were the days. Inflation is still making everything from rent to ramen more expensive. 73% of Americans say they're worried about affording basic necessities. Source: impact. People are working harder but saving less because prices keep going up. Solution: if only we could pay rent with exposure, like influencers do. But since that won't work, We need to budget, invest in investments that fight against inflation such as real estate, gold, stock, etc. 6. Healthcare, expensive and confusing. Trying to understand U.S. healthcare is like trying to read Shakespeare while upside down. It's confusing, and no one really explains how it works. And let's not forget, it's ridiculously expensive. Fact: a trip to the hospital in the U.S. can cost more than a luxury vacation to Europe. Impact: millions of Americans skip doctor visits because they can't afford them. Solution: build an emergency fund for healthcare, use preventive care, shop for insurance plans, and take care of your body by eating healthy and exercising. 7. Housing crisis. Can we even afford to live? Buying a house in 2025? Good luck. It's easier to get a spaceship to Mars than to afford a decent home in a big city. Why? Big investment firms are buying up single-family homes, making it harder for regular people to compete. Institutional investors now own 18% of single-family homes in major U.S. cities. Impact: rent is skyrocketing. Homeownership is becoming a dream for the ultra-rich. And couchsurfing is starting to sound like a solid long-term plan. Solution: we need rules that limit big corporations from gobbling up houses like they're monopoly properties. Also, more support for first-time homebuyers wouldn't hurt. 8. Homelessness, a growing crisis. Speaking of the housing crisis, homelessness is worse than ever, and it's not just in big cities anymore. Fact: in 2024, the United States experienced a significant increase in homelessness. On a single night in January 2024, approximately 770,000 individuals were recorded as homeless, marking an 18% rise from the previous year, the highest increase in decades. Why? High rent. It's impossible to afford a place when landlords want your entire life savings up front. Mental health and addiction issues. Many shelters don't have the resources to help. Lack of affordable housing. Cities aren't building enough low-income housing. Impact: tent cities are spreading across America. Homelessness costs taxpayers billions in emergency services. Solution: more affordable housing, better mental health care, and job training programs. 9. Climate change. The Earth is sweating wildfires, hurricanes, and record-breaking heat waves. Climate change is here, and it's not playing around. Impact: more extreme weather means higher insurance costs, destroyed homes, and, oh yeah, the planet slowly turning into a sauna. Solution: we need more investment in clean energy, fewer oil spills, and maybe fewer plastic straws choking turtles. 10. Political polarization. The never-ending drama. Politics in the U.S. right now is like a reality TV show, but without the roses or immunity idols. Both parties are so divided that agreeing on anything feels like a miracle. Even basic laws, like funding roads and schools, turn into all-out battles. A 2024 Pew Research Center survey found that about 8 in 10 Americans describe U.S. politics with negative words like divisive, corrupt, or messy. Impact: nothing gets done. Important issues like housing, healthcare, and education just sit in "we'll deal with this later" mode while politicians argue on social media. Solution: people must unite and make rational decisions. There's no need for violence against those with different views. We should all work on increasing our emotional intelligence and finding common ground. So, there you have it. The biggest problems facing the U.S. in 2025. Some of these have been around forever, while others are just getting started. But here's the thing. Every problem has a solution. The question is, will we actually do anything about it? What do you think? Did we miss any big issues? Feel free to comment below and let us know. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.